Politicians are
Here
part
we
of
are,
Seal.
the Ivan Files.
Hello, we're on the air.
Welcome
On the air.
to the Ivan Files.
Hello, folks.
We got Cowboy Ivan in the house.
Giddy up.
Giddy up.
Yeah.
Rolling, 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 man, my balls are swollen.
Pretty sure that's not how that song goes. But
No, I don't. Well, I've
Well,
been known to make some pretty hard decisions. Get it? Bada bing. Anyway, we can say whatever we want on this podcast.
Mrs. Bones.
We didn't even say shit!
Yes, we
that's
can.
a swear word.
That's a swear word.
What happens when your grandchildren watch this?
They never hear the word shit.
Oh, never, not once.
Oh God, no! Especially not Denise's kids.
No.
No.
Or, hey, all of them.
Heavens, no!
All of them.
Oh my Lord!
I mean, look at Kayla's children,
Oh,
which
man.
are also Shelby's children.
Oh my
but
gosh.
Who?
Yeah.
Kayla and Shelby, their children.
So we get
They're
done.
all heathens. I love it.
We get done with the play and we're driving home. We're like, so if you didn't look like you were really into it, you were pretty stone faced. Did you have fun? She goes, yeah. We're like, what's going on? Was there what happened? She goes, oh, frickin' Jerry Ann. We're like, okay. So then she went and told us the saga about
God.
Jerry Ann. Oh yeah, it was hilarious. Yeah.
And the natties in the back probably going, where's she live?
Yeah.
yeah, let's go get
Let's
her.
go get her.
We got some stabbing to do. Yeah, for sure. Anyway, Ivan, I'm sure it's what you came to talk about was my child's play.
Did we throw you off?
What? No. I would talk about a little bit about, just a little bit about the 20-minute break.
Nice.
And that's Ernest Rossi, who's a FUD PhD, piled
Oh,
higher
FUD.
and deeper.
Pile it higher and deeper.
Oh, I like that. That's like an inside joke, isn't it?
Yeah. Anyway, he's come across, is putting forth a ultradian rhythms for humans, as well as those were the 90-minute and the 30-minute and the 90-minute, that sort of thing. But I would recommend you go buy the book if you're really interested in following through with that, because it's a little bit complex when compared to some other things. There's 4 stages. 4 stages, yeah. Of stress. First of all, there's ultradian stress syndrome. And when you start recognizing that, there are 4 stages of help. And the first stage is you're just a little bit off. Second stage, deeper, relaxed. And third stage, more deeper, relaxed than that. And the 4th stage is where you're kind of rejuvenated like a kid again, I suppose. So that would make some sense to have that kind of energy. But you'll have to make up your own mind about that. But
Is this about like stopping doing your everyday tasks for 20 minutes and just focusing, I don't know, on anything other than what's causing you stress?
Yeah, the ultradian thing is a new one that Rossi kind of figured out with, I believe it was with Milton, I'm not sure, Erickson, yeah. Anyway, it's worth looking at. It's worth reading because it involves us every day. Every day. There's a time when we are overwrought because of our activity, our lack of taking care of ourselves, or if we don't recognize the stress that we're under as a result of that. And that's where the ultradian stress syndrome comes in. And in ultradian healing response is put in place to help with that. Now, if you guys want me to talk more about that next time, I can do that.
The book he's referencing, and I don't know, will that show it backwards?
No, I think you're good.
Okay. The 20-minute break by Ernest Lawrence Rossi, FUD, PhD, with David Nimmons. So this is the book he's talking about. I'm sure it's on Amazon.
Yeah.
And we all do have stress, so that's a good recommendation.
Yeah.
The Ivan Files recommends the 20-minute break.
Yeah, and I'm not here to sell books. That's not the idea. But I want to pass on the importance of taking care of ourselves. It's response to us in this here book.
This here book.
Yeah. The next thing, which we can talk about a little bit, we're supposed to keep 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
Okay, is Scientific American. How many of you take it? All of you do. Well, how you like that? It says,
Oh, you did.
what we're learning from AI. Now, here again is the magazine, and in it, the editor has a lot to talk about with regard to AI and what we learn from that. Can learn from it. One of the examples is that can train the chatbot to say a phrase, say in the Bible or Buddhism or whatever, that they can take very rapidly and digest it and spit something back to you. So that's what the AI is doing these days. One of them, this says, a newer way to God is what this says, and I'd recommend you go get this magazine too, because it's all full of it. But anyway, it's in here, and
Does this or any other publication you've ran across reference a direct connection, be good or bad, between AI and religion?
No, I haven't. I haven't seen anything like that.
I haven't either. It's coming next.
But it's in here in part, and so I can put that together for next time. How they balance. Now,
Let's do that. Let's have AI write us a religion, and we talk about it next week.
Yeah. Well,
we could so open our
We're going to
own
blow
church.
up the machine.
how sure are you that it hasn't already happened?
Well, I know it hasn't happened with the four of us.
Courses through my mind is the mechanical way, the electronic way, and so on that they develop AI. Is that the only way to develop it?
Develop AI?
Uh-huh.
What's the question?
Is mechanical and what?
Uh-huh.
Is mechanical the only way to generate artificial intelligence?
Yeah. Some sort of mechanical thing.
Well, it is mechanical, isn't it?
Yeah. What I want to suggest, and this would be way off the platter, is that there's a way of looking at the Garden of Eden, and there were two people that were biologically intelligent AI, and so they say, okay, folks, here's the thing, and you're and I'm God, and so let's keep it that way, because that's the way things are supposed to be, and so then the history comes along, and they didn't exactly do that. You know, I could talk some more about that, but one of the things that is mentioned here is like training an AI for, and this is off the human, training the AI to have the Hindu words in there, and you can train the Christian AI
Oh, I see what you're saying.
to have the Christian words in there. You have to be careful what Bible they took.
You could have a polygamist AI, which would blow the computer system up.
But there's a one, I believe it said that Buddhism doesn't really have a God. Is that true?
Things are God. There are multiple gods,
Okay.
I believe, in Buddhism, aren't there? Buddha.
There's Buddha.
Is Buddha a god? Buddha's a god.
Well, people trying to make him out that way.
Make him into a deity.
Good Buddhist said if you see a God coming, shoot him. You know, and because it's the wrong thing. And the idea is that inside of
These
you,
ideas are not supported by all members
No.
of the committee.
it's what was I saying?
Does Buddhism have a god?
Shelby's
I have to say that at least once during this
Buddhism
thing.
has a
Yeah.
god.
That's right.
Yeah.
You quota, right?
Yeah.
Quota. You got to be quota.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got it. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, biologically intelligent. I think, yeah, for sure. I mean, intelligence comes from somewhere, and the creation of artificial intelligence is basically us playing God to some extent. You would imagine, because it's all inputs and outputs, right? There's a certain amount of input you put into the intelligence, and then something comes out of it, right?
Right. You can set it up here. See.
Shortcuts to God, finally.
Shortcuts to God.
Been looking for that.
Yeah. Well.
I don't know if you noticed, but the original material is like 700 pages or more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
700.
I need me a shortcut. How long is the Bible?
How many pages?
It's only about that long.
So that's like a couple thousand.
No, it's pages. It's got over 1,000. Yeah, 1,100. No, which Bible are you talking about?
Which Bible?
No,
The
which Bible?
King James
And
version.
then also,
King James is not the original Bible, however.
you're going to run into
No.
an issue because all pages are not created equally.
Uh-huh.
I'm serious. Like, is there like 2
That's
words
right.
per page? That's a long book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, or just a small paragraph, and then you turn it to the chapter.
No, King James is not the original Bible. King James is the one that knocked some books out of the Bible, and then it was named the King James Bible.
It wasn't written as a Bible. The one that was written as a Bible is Constantine. Constantine, when he was the emperor of Rome, since there were more Christians than there were pagans, he thought, well, I better maybe speak to the most numerous population, so I'll stay in touch. Okay? Yeah. So he and his wife. There's a story about her too, but he decreed that the religion that would be practiced in Rome was the Christian religion, essentially a Catholic religion, because it had some of those other things in there. And it was in 1160, 2, something like that. 1165 is when the King James was published.
Yeah. The original Bible is 1,442 pages.
1442.
So that is not the King James version.
It is.
Still a long read. They got
Still-
shortcuts in the Scientific American.
Still long read, and you got a lot of begottens, and the begottens and the begottens and the begottens, and that's some hard stuff to get
Do
through.
you mind if I completely derail this cast real quick?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
I'm going to do
Go
it anyway.
ahead.
I watched Oppenheimer on Monday,
Oh,
and I couldn't help but
Haven't
think of you
seen
the
that.
entire time. Like, it is so interesting. It's essentially a
thank
tale
you.
of, like... I did. Well, I mean, it was very smart people, turns out, came with the atom bomb. But the thing that I found so interesting was the interworking pieces of higher education. And how, like, this guy was able to orchestrate all these wonderful minds from across the country, put them in one city, and architect this atom bomb. Like, it was just such a spectacle
Oh my
to me to
gosh.
watch them assemble that team and
Yes.
the politics of the different campuses. And there's some
I can't
really-
wait to see it.
Oh, it's so good. But I thought of you because, I mean, these people are smart, like, brilliant minds.
Yeah.
They
Unlike
literally
anything
had
I've
to
seen from
create
them.
it. They didn't
Yeah.
even know how. They had the equation, but they couldn't turn it into a bomb until they
Yeah.
figured
They
it out
had-
that they would fire it into the center.
They had the equation equal.
E equals MC
Yeah,
squared.
E equals MC squared. They had that equation. But as most things that come out of physics, it's the engineers have to take it from there and build something that reflects it. And that's where the thing in Switzerland,
The Hadron Collider.
yes, the engineers that they know the formula, all right, you know, you write it down. But how do you get it to work? And that's where the engineers come in. But with the atomic bomb, nobody knew what the heck was going on for several years.
That's what I was going to ask you. I mean, because you lived through some of that,
Yeah.
right? And I think that it's just weird to think of a world pre-atomic bomb and post-atomic bomb.
Yeah.
Like, some of the stuff they dove into is like, we're going to create a weapon that will end all wars. That was part of the stuff they were telling themselves in order to drive this process forward, because it was
Yeah.
going to be such a catastrophic weapon of destruction. Yeah, so it was really interesting. I would recommend it. I wouldn't recommend starting it at 9 o'clock on a Monday because it is a 3 hour film.
3 hours long.
But yeah, well worth it.
The part that I liked, that I was fascinated by, most of it anyway, but one of the scientists theorized that if you begin this process of an explosion, or fusion, right,
Uh-huh.
it would immediately be out of control, and it would basically it would use the air and the oxygen and the nitrogen in the air and everything in the air, and this fusion reaction would spread around the entire globe.
And what did they find out?
And he handed him the equations, and Oppenheimer's looking at him going, I don't know. I got to talk to Albert Einstein about that one. They didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
I
didn't
can't wait
know.
to see it.
They didn't
And
know
is
that-
it a true depiction, they say, of what actually happened?
I mean, I wasn't there, but it doesn't feel too outlandish. Like,
Okay.
there's nothing that's happening. There's like, yeah, that would never happen.
We'll
It
get
all
that
feels
on the
pretty
TV
good.
for you to watch, Dad.
They also there was a business of building the atomic bomb, 2 different versions of it. Japanese didn't know there wasn't another one, fortunately. Anyway, the powers that be somehow saw that it wasn't coming to being a bomb, so they put Oppenheimer off in an area where he had complete control of who knew what and whatever.
okay.
And that's where the actual bomb was created. And
You haven't seen it, and you know that, so you know the story.
Yeah, I would imagine he knows a
Yeah.
lot of it. Yeah, it's an eye opener, right? It's an eye opener because there's like pre atom bomb and there's post atom bomb,
yeah,
and it really changed a lot. It was a spectacle, but it made me think like, man, there's a lot of really smart people on this rock, and I am not one of them.
I know, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like oh man.
Whoa, to even come up with that.
what are you talking about?
Well, there's a lot more brilliant minds than me out here, that's for sure. But it's
You mean out here in this room?
Well,
Are you
I
talking
would-
about
I-
me? Do you
well,
think I'm intelligent?
I mean, I think your
Yes,
dad's
you
got
are.
me beat on an IQ test. That's all I have to say about that. Yeah.
Yeah, don't discredit yourself on that.
Okay. I
You're-
appreciate that. Yeah, I appreciate that. But yeah, definitely worth a watch, and really makes you look at the world differently.
Sure does.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, for
It
sure.
Well, let's talk more
everything.
about some other stuff next week. Let's keep on this thing, and maybe we'll watch Oppenheimer between now and then, and
Yeah.
we can give it a review.
Yeah.
How's-
Be good.
Yeah, let's try that.
Shit, I'll watch it again.
Okay, let's all watch Oppenheimer
We're
again.
gonna watch it live.
Feel free to watch Oppenheimer and then see how close we are to our review on it, and we'll get that done this week. So,
You know what I did when they said the war was over?
back then,
Yeah.
mm-mm.
Mr. Smith lived next door. And he was out mending fence or doing some damn thing. And I heard that the war was over, the radio. And of course, Dad, they came home early that day because everybody was drinking. You know, the war was over.
Wow.
Yeah. Hey, you're great. Anyway, and that happened a lot, but I ran across the field, probably about the length of a football field, to the next door where he was working, and I told him, I said, the war is over. And they dropped some kind of a atomic bomb, something like that. And he said, "Oh no, it's not. They just somebody put something on the radio." And that's how I found out about the atomic bomb. We didn't have TV. Now remember, it was just
Wow.
It was just
Radio.
Radio.
Yeah. Radio. Argyle Sunday and where are all the local?
I don't know, but you know what? That's a good topic for next week.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, next week we'll talk about
That's
that.
cool.
Some of the radio shows you remember. How's that? Oppenheimer and the radio shows. Tune in to Oppenheimer and the radio shows here on The Island Files.
And thank you for taking a 20-minute break with us.
Yes,
Yes.
nicely done.
Way to come back.
20-minute break.
Yeah.
So make sure you buy that on Amazon, you crazy cats.
You crazy kitty cats.
You crazy kitty
Yeah.
cat.
You don't want me to count?
I also recommend
And also, please subscribe to Scientific America.
at least go to get one copy, you know, that has all the AI stuff.
I mean, you can save
in it.
46% right now. It's $59 for a year. I say do it.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. So
Maybe we'll get Dad to buy Paulie and Shelby a subscription.
Hey.
yeah.
Are you subscribed?
Yeah.
I send you one every month.
Uh-huh.
Uh-oh.
So I watch every month. and,
He's giving me a couple of them.
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. We will see everybody next week. Dad, sign off.
Hey, we'll see you next week, guys. Hey,
Later,
have,
Bye,
gang.
everybody.
have a good week,
Later,
and
gang.
pray there's no atomic bombs in your dreams.